Alright everybody, welcome back. Yesterday we planted the tomatoes, zucchini, and snap beans. And now we are going to go back in and plant the squash, more snap beans, and more tomatoes. Now, yesterday we didn't go into much about actually tilling it and everything. So I want to just throw this out here for just a minute, is that I like the front tine tillers. Okay? I like the front tine tillers. Why? Because as I'm walking, it leaves these nice 2 ruts right here that I can spread fertilizer down, or organic material down, and then rake this dirt over, and then like take this side of the dirt and form a mound, or a little bit of dirt, or put fertilizer in there. Anyway, it allows me to put the fertilizer down or organic material like we're going to be doing here in just a minute, and then make my mounds with a rake or hoe. So that's why I like a front tine tiller, is that it eliminates, I'm sorry about the wind, it eliminates having to come back with a hoe or a rake or something and make up these grooves after it's tilled. Yes, you've got your footsteps, but it leaves this nice even area where the front tine throws the dirt over on the sides, and I'm able to take that dirt with a rake and pull it over. The first type of fertilizer we're adding to it is triple 13. Triple 13 is 13% nitrogen, 13% phosphate, 13% potash, and 11% sulfur. This is a good, well-rounded fertilizer for just about anything and everything. This is what it looks like with the fertilizer spread in the rows. So I just want to get it down, the main part of the fertilizer down in where my feet were, where I was stepping at. I'm going to pull this over, cover that up, throw my seeds on there, and then cover the seeds up. This mound here, I made too high. So I made it too high, so I'm making this mound here smaller. For the organic material, what I'm using, I've got a bunch of eggshells. Now, I've never done this before, but I doubt it's going to hurt anything. I'm using eggshells. Got a bunch of eggshells for my hens, and then we've got a bunch of potato shavings from a cookout we had last weekend, and some cucumber shavings. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, like right there where I threw those crushed eggshells in, just come in, I'm going to throw those eggshells down in on top of the fertilizer, and hopefully whenever the roots start going down, this stuff will be decomposing and releasing like nitrogen into the soil. We've got the triple 13 fertilizer, got a bunch of these potato shavings, and what's going to be interesting if these actually sprout. You know, if I threw these potato shavings down there and they sprouted, wouldn't that be something? If they do, I'll keep y'all updated. What are y'all doing over here? Huh? What are y'all doing? Zoe. Okay, here's a little thing for you. Where are the dogs named from? Zoe and Ellis. Where do y'all think I got those names from? Now what I did was I came in with that rake and I just leveled that middle mound out. The mound that is left over between those 2 tires. Is that mound, all I did, walk through here with a rake and just kind of level it out all the way down. Some of y'all wanted an update on the seeds, how they were doing after soaking. And here they are. I showed y'all these yesterday, but they have grown even more since yesterday. Look at that taproot going down. Look at that taproot going down. This is squash. These are beans. So what we're going to do, hey Ellis, it's okay. We're going to get them in the ground. We're going to space these squash plants apart about 3 foot or so. Then we're going to throw the beans down right next to them. We've got the one side pulled over, the seeds spread out, and I ran out of snap beans. These are Roma II snap beans, and I ran out of them, so I had to go back into the freezer, get some fresh ones. Some of y'all asked about how these snap beans were doing with soaking them. Look at that, that's like 2 inches long in 6 days. You can see the ash from the New Year's bonfire in there. And our seeds are covered up. Not as nice and pretty as this, but the mound is significantly lower. And that's what I want. I don't want a real high mound. I want the seeds down low to the ground so the roots can go in and get that water whenever it rains. I've got this theory that if you plant them too high in the mound, then that's the deeper the roots have to go to get to the water. Not as in water table, but like whenever it rains and this water collects on the side of the mound, it goes down, okay? It doesn't go up. Well, a little bit it does. So the higher your seed is from that water that builds up during the rain, the further the roots have to go down. So I like my mounds to be low, so that the roots can go down and the water that comes in, like right here and builds up after a rain and starts soaking down, it soaks down right on those roots. And that's my theory on it. That's my theory on it. I know some people build up these big high mounds like a foot tall. I don't like doing that. Speaking of mounds, the potatoes are getting up high enough where we're going to be able to start pulling dirt up to them and forming a mound. Remember we talked about how we planted these potatoes flush to the ground for a reason. Now we're going to come in with a tiller. We're going to till in between these rows. I'm going to come in here with a tiller. I'm going to till in between these rows, and I'm going to take that loose dirt and I'm going to pull it up to those potatoes and form a mound, and that's what the potatoes themselves will grow in. Alright, well, we've got some bell peppers and some tomato plants. The sun's getting low, so let's get those in the ground and then I'm going to go eat dinner.